Finance. First, let me appreciate the leadership of the National Assembly, Mr. Speaker, especially for trusting us with this all-important bill to process it and, of course, lay before the House. Of course, let me also say thank you to Mr. President for considering it worthy to amend our tax laws. Tax laws have been as old as 1959, some 1960 something, even before I was born. And we cannot continue to operate with those tax laws that are archaic to our business, our survival, and of course our revenue targets that we all seek to achieve. Well, the process for the four bills that were laid before us, the Nigerian tax bill, the tax administration bill, the joint revenue tax board, and of course the establishment bill of the Nigerian Revenue Service. You recall that this was laid before us. I mean, the first time it was read was last year, October, and of course it was a turmoil. Thereafter, Nigeria went through a lot of debates. This is the only bill that has generated a lot of interest from all Nigerians. Recall that this bill was brought shortly after one of the African countries experienced a similar reform. And of course, Nigeria, when the bill came, it was an issue that generated a lot of interest from all walks of life, especially our key stakeholders, the governors, and everything. And Mr. Speaker, in his magnanimity, of course, felt that we needed to do more consultation, and he took it upon himself to go around every stakeholder to let them know what he has read in the bill, and areas of concern should be submitted to the National Assembly for possible amendments. And when these were done, so many of the stakeholders, of course, wrote and submitted their own proposals. Then we read on the floor, which was committed to us, the Committee of Finance and the Special Committee members. And this bill, we took 3 days, 3 full days public hearing. We took memoranda from more than 80 stakeholders, critical stakeholders. And after the 3 days, we resorted into a retreat where we locked ourselves in rooms for 1 full week, from Sunday to Sunday, debating every clause, every section of the bill, of each of the bills. And I'm glad to say that our members saw what we have done. They saw that we've done a thorough job, and they approved all our recommendations. So we want to appreciate our members, we want to appreciate every Nigerian for showing interest in this bill. And of course, we are sure that the bill or the law that will come after this will be acceptable by all Nigerians.
It's a union of heterogeneous people, different culture, different religion, different ethnicity. So there is bound to have diversity when you have strong issues like this. So Mr. Speaker is right in his wisdom. He put around a team, ably led by Honorable Faleke, who did a yeoman's job in ensuring that every voice, every constituency, every person is heard. You recall that initially we had issues with people talking about NIDA, NASENI, TET fund, inheritance tax issues, consumption, derivation. Everything was laid to rest. We moved, we shifted, we all agreed, there was consensus. You understand? So Mr. Speaker is right. Every shade of Nigeria was represented in that deliberation. And you can see from the clause by clause readings today that there was no dissecting voice. We were all saying carried, 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 carried. So indeed it's a good day for Nigeria. The injection that Nigeria needs for it to move into the Committee of Nations has been applied. The House of Reps has sanctioned it. So we wait on the Senate to do the same.
I think in the 10th Assembly we've had any proposals either from the executive or from private member bills that has elicited the kind of interest that these bills elicited. And because of that, the approach definitely was different. What the House tried to do is to build consensus even before going to the second hearing stage. And I think the leadership, especially the Speaker and the leadership of the committee, did exceptionally well in building consensus. By the time we got to the public hearing, just like my chairman mentioned, we had lots of input from critical stakeholders, and those things form the basis for what we have today that has been wholly accepted by members of the committee. So the key thing is building consensus, and I think as a committee we're able to do that. In the wisdom of the speaker, he expanded the membership of the committee. We had interest groups from each geopolitical zone. We had regional leaders that worked together with the committee, and of course that actually allayed the fears of some of the critical stakeholders from outside. And like I said, what we did was an offshoot of the submissions that we got from the public. It was never seen as a perfect document. It was a proposal from the executive, and the public hearing provided the Nigerians with the space to actually make it a better document. And I think from what we have seen today, you could see that the war country represented by the wall members of the House have actually acceded and assented to what we brought forward before the House.
Honorable, I decided to come together to work on this task, and the reason is very simple. The process was very transparent, and they engaged us from beginning. Even when there were reservations, both the chairman of the committee, both the consultant, both the executive adjusted to reflect the desire of Nigerian people. And I can tell you boldly that even though we are from the opposition, we are so proud of this historic moment that is going to bring more people into the tax net, and it's going to create more revenue for effective running of government, and there's going to be efficiency in tax collecting system, and even small businesses are also well protected. So to me, this is very historic, and that is why all of us worked with the government and our colleagues to see that it's set through today.
Thank you very much.